Alright, this video will show how to close out a work order on the in-house side if in-house maintenance does it. So here you see we have a work order for replace kitchen faucet. So the maintenance guy will go out, complete the work, and he will either receive this by a physical copy, just picking it up from the office, or receive it by email, depending on how the office structure is set up. Once he does that, if he has the physical copy, he can literally fill out these blanks. So start time, end time, total time, number of trips, owner contacted by. If it went over the $200 amount, they or the manager most likely would have contacted the owner, got it approved, and if there was a new limit, and then the date that happened. They will also fill out the best of their ability the description of what they did to complete and to take care of that work order. You'll notice as a manager, though, as you get these descriptions back, sometimes it doesn't add up, and I mean, you'll see replace kitchen faucet, but up here it's 4 hours. Well, why did it take 4 hours to replace a kitchen faucet? You're going to want to put in a better description than that so that your owner doesn't have that same question. For instance, I had to use settling torch to heat up faucet, to remove rust, to remove old faucet for the replacement of the new kitchen faucet, and that took an extra this amount of time. So that way the owner knows, okay, well, that's what happened. And that will happen on a lot of different things just based on what the work order entails. So once you have this back from that maintenance guy, these will still be blank. You will be able to fill this out by looking at it. So on this one, it would be replace kitchen faucet. So you know, and you'll start to get to know that on the set items stock list that where to go? Faucet, sink faucet is $45 for labor, I'm sorry, for supplies, and $60 for labor. So you'd go ahead and fill that out on this page and the date that it got completed. Then you're ready to go into Propertyware, find that work order. So we're going to go 6008, see what comes up, pull up this work order, and fill it out. We'll go down to the expenses tab. If that's not clicked, click it, hit new bill. This will be the management company. And the description, again, this is going to be what was on the bottom of the work order, but whatever changes you made to it, because up here in the description field is what the owner will actually see. So let's put in, this one was an easy one. Kitchen. Now, with this, you're going to go ahead and hit Control C to copy it, because you're going to use this in many other fields, just so that everything stays, again, consistent. The way you reduce owner questions is have consistency on their owner reports. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put that here, and we know that this costs, based on our chart of set costs, that this was $60. So I'll put $60 labor. Now we also had to purchase, or we had to have a faucet, so this would be categorized as the actual labor, so it's in the 5,000s, cleaning and maintenance. And then we had to purchase a faucet, which was supplies, kitchen faucet, and that, based on our sheet again, was $45. Now that's if it's on this service charges and stocked items list. There's going to be many things that are not on there that are just kind of random work orders. So what you'll do to create the price for the labor total, supplies total, is basically take the receipts that were used to purchase supplies and add that up and add it to the total, and then labor total will be hours times by $35 an hour, and that's how you'll get that. Now, if you do have one, if this kitchen faucet came back at 3 hours or 4 hours, and you realize that that is based on an hourly rate is more than the 60, you're going to want to go ahead and change that to however many hours it took, and just make sure your description and the comments describe what happened and why it went more than the standard. The reason we use these set costs is because these are the most routine things that happen at a property, and so owners will see these over and over again, and the more those vary, the more questions we have. So we've tried to set up some stock costs of what it normally takes to do it. Sometimes it'll be higher or less, so you'll always want to use this as a minimum. If it goes over, use the over, we don't want to be losing money on spending more and more time at the property, but we'll want to describe why we had to be out there. And again, anything else that doesn't fall on this list, you just do it by hour. So once you have this done and filled out, you can just go ahead and hit save. I'm going to cancel for this, but after you hit save, you'll notice down at the bottom there will be a bill here on that work order. So that will then pass to accounting and they will go ahead and pay that out. Now you're ready to close it out, so you'll hit close. And in the closing comments, hit Control B because it was already on your clipboard, and then you're able to hit save, and that will close out the work order. Now, one thing I wanted to mention that I should have done a little bit before on the bills, when you're in that bills and you've filled out these comments, you're going to have, if you remember, a supplies and then a cleaning and maintenance. On the owner's statement, those do not show up together. So for instance, if you have cleaning and maintenance and you put that they replace the kitchen faucet, and then right here you just put faucet, on the owner's statement that won't make sense. You need to put kitchen faucet because it's going to be almost 2 to 3 pages below where they're going to read that. So you want to put in whatever wording you need to so that when an owner's reading a statement, he can remember that what faucet was it? Oh yeah, it was the kitchen faucet that they've already, that they told me about the labor. So other examples of that is when you're, sometimes you'll get a back where a heating coil has been replaced, and you'll just put heating coil. No owner is going to know what that is. You're going to need to put heating coil for dryer so that they can, again, correlate that back, because these are not together as they are here on the owner statement. Hopefully that answers any questions.